go ahead and tie one up, and then we'll go ahead and tie together.
You don't want your pontoon boat anymore?
I basically just put the thread on, bring it back to, I'll probably just point past a third of the hook. And then I will take a little piece of this black foam, pinch it, secure it, and then I'll work it back kind of loose so I don't lose the buoyancy, so that I'm like this.
Got that right 2mm foam, or is it something thicker?
I'm not sure what it is. I cut it, it's a 1/4 inch wide, and it looks like it's maybe about 1/8 of an inch. I'm not quite, it's probably 2mm. Yeah, probably 2mm. Okay, and at this point, then what I do is I take some of the Antron dubbing, and just put some on, and I will dub over that foam. So that I end up just about where I tied in the foam. Then I'll fold the foam over and then just tie it down and tie forward a little bit, so that what I'm trying to create here is what you see as the little connection between the body and the thorax. And then just clip it off. I'll tie it down a little bit. Now at this point, this is when I tie in the wing. And this is a hen hackle. And I'll pass it around so you could pluck them out yourself. I didn't include them in the package because what I wanted each one of you to do is kind of get a sense of where you pull these things off of and how you want to handle them. What I try to do now, and I don't, is this showing up?
Hold it up closer to the fly itself.
Okay, let's see here. Okay.
There you go.
I'm trying to pull two that are very much the same size, a pair, out, and use these for wings. And I get them up near the top, probably about the top 1/4 of the neck. And then you can see what these look like once they're pulled out. They're pretty long, but then I put them back to back, match the tips up like that, hold the tips, and then what I want it to do is I want to make it so that it extends just a little bit beyond the body, the back of it, when I tie them in. So I'll kind of spread these things out. Now what I've done is I've created then a little spot where I can tie them in and wrap that thread right around that spot. I'll kind of split them, and then I'll bring them up from underneath, pinch them back a little bit, pinch them tight, and then a couple of loose wraps, and then tie them down. Now if you don't like the way that they go up like that, then George says that he's seen them lay back or to splay out, and you could splay them out a little bit if you wanted to do that too. But at this point, And I'll just cut them off, try to trim some of the loose hackles that are stuck out there while shielding the thread. And now at this point I'll take one of the hackles that out of the kit, and I brought along the neck that I got these from, but taken to the point where you strip it out so that there's no web left, because up in through here you can see that there's, I don't know if you can see it, but this is where you get the soft webbing. Up in here is the all of the dry hackle. And then I tie it in with a strip stem, lay it on top, loosely bring the thread over, and then just securely tie it in. Trim it off. And at this point, it's almost big enough that you could, well, don't even need a hackle pliers, but then go ahead and attach the hackle pliers and wind it in about 3 or 4 wraps. Start at the back, move forward. It drives me crazy when that tip busts off like that, but that's what happens.
Almost get 2 flies out of that one.
Yeah. Definitely long enough.
Okay, now, then I'll move the thread forward just a little bit to make sure that I still preserve that kind of skinny attachment between the back and the body. And then what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and finish then dubbing some Antron on for the front. I remember reading something that, what's his name now? The guy that did the, who's that couple that,
Alan, Gretchen.
Alan, Gretchen, Beatty?
not Beatty, but guys that used to be out of Truckee, and they moved down to Grass
Oh.
Valley, the couple.
Cutters.
The Cutters. Cutter made the claim that the carpenter ants have got little hairs on them, and that these hairs will trap air as they are, sitting on or floating on the water. And I think the Antron kind of has that same character. So get enough dubbing on there so that you've got a reasonably looking front to the fly, and then I'll just go ahead and finish it off using Gene's favorite technique here.
No, I do use a tool, that's my favorite technique, right?
Okay, that's it.
All right.
Real simple.